You hypocrites, you can discern the sky, but not the times. I want to say it's Luke the 13th chapter.
I think so.
Yeah. It's pretty much like these things are happening for signs that we're at the very end of this thing. Now we're in the last seconds of America in the Heavenly Father's time. You find it? Now let me look it up. Might be Luke 12.
Yeah, man. Whatever, like gas, it powers a lot of the engines that we use every day, like cars and these diesel trucks that ship all of our food into the grocery stores and ship all of these other products that we use, like cleaning supplies, whatever supplies we use in our households. So when gas is too high, people aren't going to pay, like the truck drivers aren't going to pay that. And then on top of that, all the bridge tolls and bridge fees that the truck drivers got to pay already, that's just more pressure. That's why they're going to have more and more strikes. And then where are all these other peons going to get their supplies from if there's no trucks coming in daily? Because the average grocery store only holds about 3 days reserve of food on the shelves, if that. Because you know Jake, 2/3 of our people, they're gonna bum rush the grocery stores when that time comes. The Lord said that Judah was going to be a terror unto the land of Egypt.
And we see that happening. This Jake came up last week. He's ready to kill somebody, man. Right?
Yep.
Remember, he wasn't one of these docile ass Negroes out here, man. That dude was bouty, man. I wouldn't be surprised if we went and beat up some crack. It's happened before. Remember them Jakes from Richmond?
Yeah.
We were in Berkeley.
Remember.
Yeah. You know, we was preaching. Their spirit got roused up. They went, beat up some crackers, took their car and everything, man. Came back with had some keys to a Beamer. All right, man. So you crackers, man. You think this place is just gonna go on forever, man? Hey, every man has his point, man. And you devils is pushing everybody into a corner, man. That's why all these damn nations, they hate your ass, man. All right, it's Luke 12 and 54, and then I got another. This brother mentioned about the food, how that affects food. I got an article that a brother sent out, and I'll read that a little bit. Luke 12 and 54.
Luke chapter 12 verse 54. And he said also to the people, when ye see a cloud rise out of the west, straightway ye say, there cometh a shower, and so it is. And when ye see the south wind blow, ye say, there will be heat, and it cometh to pass. Ye hypocrites, ye can discern the face of the sky and of the earth, but how is it that ye do not discern this time?
Right, and people are literally doing that now, because, you know, it's been sunny for days straight. And, oh, man, it looks like it's going to rain. But look, all of this, gas is at an all-time high. Unemployment is at all-time high, even though they try to say that it's lowered.
It's lower.
But they're not factoring into the people
they stop looking for jobs.
Exactly. The actual unemployment is damn near at an all-time high. This double dip recession, well, Esau tries to call it, but we're supposedly out of it. Even though I see way more homeless people out on the streets than I did when it started, or when it supposedly ended. Right? You got all types of uproars of war. Mainly, the main one that's being pushed in the news right now is Turkey and Syria.
Yeah. Along
with the war drum being beat for Iran and Israel, and then supposedly now, which this is going to happen, because the prophecy is in Jeremiah the 49th chapter. Fuck what these analysts say. All right, the prophecy is that these Amalekites, these so-called Jews, is going to draw America into this thing, man. And then it's coming out that them rats is pushing these Edomites over here. Which, because Esau is really running this thing, all right. Yeah, Obama, he's the spokesman of this corporation, right? But you know, they're pressing America to have a joint strike on Iran's nuclear program. All right, the article just came out on that. All right, you got Spain is in an uproar right now, man. They're just beating everybody the hell up. Their unemployment for youth is at 50% and rising. So these people can they can see, okay, well, I think it's about to finally rain, but you can't see that this place is going down. That we're at the end of America. That we're at the end of the so-called white man's world. But he said, "You hypocrites," meaning you're acting, man. You're trying to avoid it. You're scared of the truth. You're acknowledging the truth when it's right in front of you, man. And then the wild, and you know what the wild thing is? It's all scriptural, and this is a so-called Christian nation.
Yep. I read a little article. It says Iran is 2 to 4 months away from nuclear capabilities. And then those rats, they shot down an airplane. I believe they said it was a turkey jet or something. They shot it down. So yeah, the land of those rats in the land of Israel right now, they're gonna draw America out to go to the war with Iran, because that's part of the prophecy. And you can see that when you have those Israeli bastards come and speak with Obama. Because I forget the senator's name, but it was in an article that brother sent out. He just came out in the White House press saying that in order to go to war with Iran, we need another false flag attack. Like we did it with he brought out Pearl Harbor. We did it with in the past, like in the war of 1812. We did it in the past, so we need another one to be a catalyst for us to start that war with Iran. And the war with Iran, that's just the beginning of World War III. Because then all other nations have to jump in after that.
Yep, and really all those nations is being gathered already, man. Right, because of the so-called political instability in that region. So they're sending their military to protect their interests, all right? Whether it be China, Russia, you know? All these other nations. Let me read this. All right, high gas diesel prices hurt California farm industry. This is from Yahoo News as well, from the Associated Press just 2 hours ago. Farmers in California's Central Valley say record high gas and diesel prices are putting pressure on their bottom lines, but economists say it's unlikely that will translate into significantly higher food prices in the state and nationwide. Well, that's what these economists say, right? These that are bought and paid for by Esau. Some of these more independent ones, I bet if I look up Peter Schiff or Gerald Celente, they'll say a completely different thing, all right? Keith Nilmer, a fourth-generation farmer in Fresno County, and then the farmers are saying it's going to drive it up, and they're dealing with this. They're dealing with this all the time, all right? This is what they specialize in, but we're supposed to believe some fucking shill that works for Fox News. You see how they just slid that in there, man? But the economists, what the fuck do they know, man? Do they know America's gonna be destroyed? They know about the RFID chip? Nah. Keith Nilmeyer, a fourth-generation farmer in Fresno County, has cut down on using his farm equipment to compensate for climbing fuel costs. Among other changes, now Nilmeyer, who grows fruit on 300 acres near Sanger, makes only one pass instead of 3 through the orchards and vineyards with his disking machine linked to a furrower. And it's a well-known fact that the Central Valley is pretty much the breadbasket of the world, man. That's what makes California such a big economy, is the agriculture, which mainly who's working that? The so-called Mexicans, Issachar, man. And that's well known, man. That's the main thing.